Hi everyone. Today we're going to be looking at estimation of addition and subtraction with whole numbers and decimals. So for estimating, we need to be good at rounding. So we always have to round when we're estimating. Like, Mrs. Hook, why do we need to know how to estimate when we can just add it? Estimating is a great tool that we can use when we don't have a pencil and paper, or we don't have a calculator to do an exact to find an exact answer. We can just estimate. So estimating is really good for mental math. So sometimes when I'm at the grocery store and I want to know approximately how much money I'm spending, instead of adding up $39.14 and $2.98, I'm just going to estimate those to the nearest whole number. And that gives me a ballpark of approximately how much I'm going to be spending. Okay, so when we round, some things that we want to do, make the problem as easy for yourself as possible. So sometimes you might want to round to the furthest place value because that makes it really easy for us to do mental math. Other times we might want to make it a little bit more specific. So let's do some examples so we can get the hang of this. Round to the nearest 100,000. So again, I'm going to use my rules of rounding. This is my 100,000 place value. My 3 tells my 9 to stay the same. Rules of rounding. My 7 tells my 8 to bump up 1. So I'm going to have 900,000 plus 900,000. So 1,800,000 is my estimated. It's the answer to an addition problem called sum. So my estimated sum is 1,800,000. Now we're going to find an estimated difference. So rules of rounding tell me that 668,000 is closer to 700,000, and that 345,000 is going to be closer to 300,000. So this is going, so I'm going to have 700,000 minus 300,000 is 400,000. So this is my estimated, what do we call this answer to a subtraction problem again? Estimated difference. Okay, so we're going to do a couple together, and then you're going to do a couple on your own, and we'll check your answers. So we're always going to follow the directions. Round to the nearest 10,000. So here's my 10,000. Let me use a different color. Here's my 10,000. So this is going to become 940,000. So my rules of rounding tell me my 5 bumps my 4 up, or my 3 up to a 4. We're adding. Rules of rounding say my 5 is going to bump my 7 up to an 8. Still lining up my place values when I'm adding. So I'm going to have 2, carry my 1. So my estimated sum is going to be 1,820,000. Now this time, this is going to be a real easy mental math problem for us because we're going to round to the nearest 100,000. So 678,000 is closer to 700,000. And 245, my 4 tells my 2 to stay the same. So my estimated difference here should be 500,000. So it doesn't matter which place value we're rounding to, it's the same process. All right, now this time we're going to have decimals. So we're going to find an estimated difference again. So first thing I need to know, where am I rounding to? I'm rounding to the nearest whole number. So 59 and 393 thousandths. Again, rules of rounding. My 3 tells my 9 it's going to stay the same. So I'm going to have 59 minus, rules of rounding tell me my 5 is going to bump my 8 up to a 9. So I'm going to have 49. So my estimated difference should be about 10. Okay, now you're going to pause your video, and you're going to do 3 problems on your own, and I'll be back when you unpause your video to let you know how you've done. All right, let's see how we've done on this. We're going to round to the nearest 100. I'm going to have 845,000 My 9 tells my 2 to bump up. 3 tells my 4 to stay the same. So I'm going to have 298, 400. So my answer, my estimated sum will be $1,143,700. So notice when we're rounding to a more specific place value like the hundreds, we're going to have a more specific answer than if we're only rounding to, say, the nearest 100,000, like we're going to do in this one. So 668, I'm going to round to 700,000. 345, I'm going to round to 300,000. So real quick, I know the estimated difference here is about 400,000. Okay, and we've got one more, finding the estimated difference with decimals. And again, you should have been rounding to the nearest whole number. So you're going to have 67 minus 54. So my estimated difference there was 13. Nice job today, and we'll see you tomorrow with some bell work on this.